I'm gonna talk about a situation. All the stuff that I've been going through, but you know, hasn't really been too much that I can bear or whatever. Sorry that it's dark up in here. It's not really light outside for you. But I was led to talk about this situation between my auntie, Fanny, you know, her friends. She tied to, you know, lawyers and things like that that helped her in certain things in her life. And I just wish that they would have never, try to give this woman control over me in no type of way. The situation I want to talk about is the things that have been going on with me and this lady that has been, you know, sorry, going through. It's like just say it's like this. Somebody, if you got an account somewhere, right, and somebody trying to control that account, trying to make sure you don't get that account by saying that you don't need that account because you're not stable enough to have what belongs to you because you need a sense of direction, or you need you're the type of person that don't know what to do or how to spend money. Because just like I told y'all now, these people are trying to deem me incompetent, trying to say that I'm dumb, stupid, and slow. I don't know how to do this, that, and the third. Okay, so if y'all gonna say some stuff like that, and this is what these people did to me now. That's why I said the reason why I felt like I couldn't have no job is because these people, they had to make their story make sense. If you're gonna say that somebody is incompetent, sorry, if you're gonna say somebody is incompetent, and listen, y'all, notice every time that I'm talking about something that's very important for people to listen at, for them to be enlightened about what could have went wrong with them too. Notice how they mess with the video. Because the video, you cannot even hear the video for real like that. Whenever you play the video, you have to turn it all the way up just for you to hear me. But on certain specific things, you can hear it. It's all on who I'm talking about and who I'm speaking about when you can hear the dang on video. Ain't nothing wrong with my phone. I never had it around the water. I never dropped it in water or none of that. But anytime I'm talking about some stuff when it got something to do with these people, they always mess with the video. But it's okay. I'm gonna keep on talking. Y'all just turn it up so you can listen to me. So this woman been doing a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of orchestrating things in my dang on life, and she been tied to lawyers and stuff like that. And I always respected these people. I never knew their job and occupation until, this lady, she told me that they was lawyers and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, so this where all this stuff been coming from, because these people have been lawyers and she been tied to these dang on lawyers and stuff like that. I always respected these people. Never had anything negative to say about these people. I respected these people. You know why I respected them? They took care of my auntie and her boys. When I tell you that they took care of them, they took care of them like they was their own family. Do you hear me? And the stuff that come out of this woman's mouth, if they knew what came out of her mouth behind their back, they wouldn't want to have their dang on organization connected to her no more. But just like I said, I'm gonna give you the truth. So when we was younger and stuff like that, she would come around or whatever, pick her son up, play with her son for a minute, and then she'd be out the door. I gotta work and stuff like that so I can continue to take care of him. Well, you ain't take care of him. My grandma used to always say, you ain't taking care of him. I'm taking care of him. You having these dang on children and you dropping the children off, but you talking about some, you trying to make a living for them. How you trying? Okay, so how you trying to make a living for a dang on child that you said that you trying to make a living for, but you ain't never spending time with them. You ain't never. My grandma used to argue with her all the time about this. Because how you got time to make a child, but you don't have time to take care of this child? She always made excuses and always was hollering, I'm the black sheep of the family. You ain't the black nothing. Yes, you is black, but you ain't the black nothing. Ain't nobody ever treated you like you was a black sheep. People go around this woman and it's like she'll push them away by the stuff that she used to talk about. You talking about something that happened to you all the way in 1636. And yes, I'm being sarcastic, but y'all know where I'm going. She always hung on to what happened to her in the past. Girl, let it go. But you talking about somebody else need therapy and need a psychiatrist and all that stuff like that. What about you? You telling everybody how they need to put somebody on child support, how they don't need to be with their kids, and you shouldn't have nothing to say about nobody kids because you never took care of your own. You waited till that boy got to an age to where he could be in the household, so you wouldn't go to thing on jail for leaving him in the house. You waited till he got old enough to be in the house by his by himself. I'm sorry for cursing. You waited until he got old enough to be in the dang on house by himself, so you wouldn't go to dang on jail if they knew that he was in the house by his dang on self. That's when he started being by himself and stuff like that because he is a you might well say that he was the only child because she always made excuses about taking care of her oldest son David, and she had a lot of people that was gonna help her with him. She always sat up there and made that excuse talking about some her his mom I mean his dad and mama dropped him on his head when he was little. That's a damn lie. Dropped him on his head when he was little and it made him the way that he was. It doesn't matter. You went around talking about some dang on child support and people need to put these men on dang on child support and you ain't even put down one of your dang on children dad on child support. But you did all of this stuff, took care of him, while other facilities took care of him. With your money that you worked hard for over the mouth, and what? You did all of this stuff right, took care of him and all that stuff like that, but you didn't want to add him to help you do all of that. You didn't want him to come in on none of this stuff to help you. You was married to this man. You was married to this man, and I guess she was left with nothing. I don't know. I don't know how the divorce went and all that stuff like that, but she was married to this dang old man. He gave her a child and stuff like that, and according to her, he ain't did nothing for his dang on child. But you sitting around telling somebody what they need to do when it comes to their dang on children. You should be the last person to tell somebody what they need and what they shouldn't need when it comes to their dang on children. Am I right or am I wrong? This lady didn't never raise her dang on son. He was raising himself. And she was real funny about him, going to school you know, with his cousins and stuff like that, so he wouldn't go to school by his dang on self. That's what led him to being the way that he is now. You know, that's what happened to him when he got jumped on and all that stuff like that because she didn't want him to go to school with us or whatever. She felt like her son was too good, but he went too good to stay with your mama. He went too good to stay with your dang on mama until he got to an age to where he could take care of himself at the house or where you could leave him by himself. Like, come on, make it make sense because I don't understand that. But I always loved my cousin or whatever because of how he was. And he wouldn't let nobody push him into no situation to where he couldn't get himself out of. But I ain't even know that this person did not like me. And they talking about he was a dang on pervert and stuff like that. And you gonna come after me? These people, I'm sitting up there defending you behind your back. They saying that you got a dang on camera in your bathroom. And everybody that go in your dang on bathroom is being watched behind a dang on camera. These people told me this, and I didn't find this out until I had dang on left. These people was talking to me and telling me about what this, that, and the third, and what was going on and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, he ain't nothing like that. They telling me how sick he is and all this stuff like that, sticking cameras in his dang on bathroom and stuff like that, and he watching people behind those dang on cameras. Man, I protected you. I sat up there and protected you. Because these people were saying a lot of bad things behind your back, and these the same people who you choose to dang on go against me with. Like, are you serious? Big Sam, are you serious? He was the only cousin, like, seriously. Before my cousin died, but my cousin, Lil Victor, I loved my cousin, Lil Victor, and stuff like that. I felt like we was close to one another and stuff like that. Because anytime anything used to happen, it's like he used to know. He used to just pop up out of nowhere. But my cousin Sam, or whatever, I always respected, how he was and stuff like that. With him isolating himself and stuff like that, because he didn't ever bind himself to the men in the family or whatever. Because if he did, he would end up in jail too, like these people. These people, they got a long rap sheet. They've been in jail, stealing, caught for a whole lot of stuff, but he hasn't. It's like he separated himself from stuff like that. But I blame his mama for a lot of stuff that happened to him because she ain't nothing but a dang on liar. That's all she do is lie, and it don't make no sense. So recently, I'll say this was what 3 years ago, maybe a little bit over 3 years ago, whatever. When I was around this lady and stuff like that, and I was talking about jobs and all this stuff like that, and she was saying something. I was like, I need a job, and she was talking about how the people that was over the mountain was hiring and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, excuse me. I said, okay, so if they're hiring and stuff like that, I need a job and stuff like that. So can you put in a good word for me? And she was like, no, no, I don't want you to work for those people. Her mama looking for Laura mama because that's the one of the attorneys. Laura mama is looking for somebody or whatever, but I don't want you to be you wouldn't know how to handle these people. But bitch, you the only somebody that know how to handle these people then. I know how to treat people. I probably treat them better than you did because behind their back, according to you, people are racist and everything else. Stop lying so much. I respected these people because these people carry her a long way. Do you hear me? They carry her a long way. Anytime she cry, cause she always cry. That's her control tactic. Her crying. And people care when she cry and stuff like that. They feel like she's being truthful whenever she cry. I don't care nothing about none of that at all. Now I don't care about none of that. So she'll say all these bad things about these people and stuff like that. I used to do this, that, and the third, and all this stuff like that. This, that, and the third, and stuff like that. And she always called people a liar. When you call her out on her bull crap, she always said that you a lie. You don't do nothing but lie. You sit up and lie. You sit up and do this. I don't have nothing but the truth when it comes to a lot of situations. And what I didn't respect is how she was dragging those people in the dang on ground. And these are the only somebody who helped her because she always said, my family treat me like a black sheep or the family, my family this and my family that. Just lying. I used to stay with this woman. It was 2 weeks. I used to love, when I tell you I used to love my auntie because I used to feel like she was like the cool out of the family. This is the honest God truth. I used to feel like that she was cool, but she was strict. That's how I felt. Until I went, till me and my sister moved with her or whatever. And the reason why my mama sent us to move with her is because of what happened to me in the tunnel when I got snatched up in the freaking tunnel. So she telling all these lies like she done took care of me and I'm her stepdaughter and I'm this and I'm just lying. Stop lying, woman. It went down but dang on 2 weeks that we stayed with this lady. And the reason why it was 2 weeks is because of how she was trying to treat us. How you gonna treat us the way that you dang gonna treat us and expect us to want to dang on stay? Because we ran away to my auntie Tina house. When we ran to my auntie dang on Tina house or whatever, after going to school and all that stuff like that, because I broke down crying in front of my dang on. I ain't even mean to. Sometimes it just be coming out. I was so dang on filled with dang on anger. Because how this lady treated us when we was at her dang on house. And Sam know this too. He know this. He didn't even want to come home from dang on school. He'll go to his friend Brittany house. He would rather eat lunch with them than to come home because he know how bad his mama was. And we used to tell him, Sam, listen, you need to come to the house. Come to the house and sit for a minute or whatever. Act like you're going to eat or something because we can't even eat until you get home. We couldn't even eat until Sam took a bite first. Imagine living in a household like that. When we decided to dang on leave, we left and went to Tina house because we were trying to find my mama house. We couldn't find my mama house, so we just went back to Tina house that was up the street. She was living in a project that was down the street in Smithfield. So when we got dropped off at my cousin Tina house or whatever, I asked her, can we stay there or whatever, because we was going to school. My school was right up the street. My school was right up the street, Parker. And my sister's school, Bush, was down the street or whatever. And I used to take my sister to school and stuff like that. And sometimes Trina used to walk with us and stuff like that. Or we'll just wait until we get to, we'll just wait. And then I go to school or whatever. And then she'll go to school or something like that. Or they'll get her there or whatever. Which they used to pick us up and stuff like that. But see, after I had left her house or whatever, after we left her house and stuff like that, she called Tina and told Tina to put us out or whatever. And Tina was like, I'm sorry, but I have to let y'all go and stuff like that. I had to let y'all go back with Fanny because y'all mama had her. Y'all mama had her keeping y'all, so I don't want to be mixed up into no bull crap. When I said, please don't make us go back there, but she had to whatever because that's where our mama released her, so it was fine or whatever. So we went back into this wench house, went back to her house or whatever. When we went back to the heifer house or whatever, she decided to treat us like mess again. So she'll wake up, you know, she'll wake up, go to work, then wake us up. We was already woke anyway. We'll put on our clothes and stuff like that, and we'll head out the door, whatever, going to school or whatever. And then we go to school and stuff like that. You know, she usually take us to school and all that stuff like that, but we had to walk. She used to just drive us to Trina house or whatever. When we go to Trina house and all that stuff like that, then we all go to school together. That's how it used to be. But ever since we had ran away and all that stuff like that, and went with Tina or whatever, all of a sudden we couldn't get no rides no more. Just like I said, we couldn't take a bite to eat until her son Sam came home. I don't have to lie about nothing. But this lady was horrible to live with. And Lisa know what I'm talking about too. That's my auntie Lisa. She know. Everybody know how this woman would treat people in the family. She treated her friends better than she treated her dang on sisters. When that woman won that dang on settlement, when she won the settlement or whatever of her son, guess what she did? She decided to use it on her friend, you know, fixing up her friend house and helping her friend pay for her house or whatever. Her friend's supposed to be, she hit the jackpot and stuff like that and did a lot of things too. But she fund they kids, she fund they trips and stuff like that for their birthdays. Take them out on their birthdays, give them good gifts for their birthdays. Do you hear me? She didn't do none of that for her dang old sisters or her sister kids. But she always ran around talking about some being the black sheep of the family. And this is how she pulled me back in, right? I'm the black sheep of the family. Don't nobody come and see me and all that stuff like that. I said, I'm here. What are you talking about? The black sheep. If you was the black sheep, I wouldn't even come and be around you and stuff like that. I'm trying to be here for your needs and all that stuff like that. And then she started, you know, cause you know, when she started talking about it, that's when I had first took her to her boyfriend or whatever, because she was like she didn't like to ride on the buses and all that stuff like that because you take a long time and all that stuff like that, and there's a lot of people that be on the bus and stuff like that, so she didn't want to. So I used to, you know, be like, okay, I'll volunteer myself, I'll take you and stuff like that, you know. There wouldn't be no problem with me taking you and stuff like that. So I'll take her down there and stuff like that so she can spend time with her man or whatever, and then I go back and get her and stuff like that. She done went around behind my back. She talk about she take care of me. She let me use her car only when it's beneficial to her. Because if it wasn't just beneficial to you, then why in the world that you'll tell me that you know the manager at a Family Dollar that near to you, that you could help me get a dang on job and all that stuff like that while it was the summer now? How come you couldn't get inside of your dang on car when you get off work, take me down to the Family Dollar and talk to whoever the manager was for me to get hired? So while you at work, I could be at work too. She always just wanted something to talk about. Or whenever her son was going somewhere or he needed to be picked up, I'll go and pick him up. But when it's time for me to do anything for myself, she wouldn't let me use that dang on car. That's the honest God truth. But you running around talking about what you done did for me. You ain't do nothing for me. Everything was for you. She's so manipulative. This don't make no sense to me. But if people really knew how this lady how this lady felt about them, they wouldn't even got they would not be doing anything or trying to bind themselves to this thing on woman in no type of way. But they be there for this woman, for her emotional support, all that stuff. Baby, ain't nobody got time for that. She told me, oh, I'm finna lose my dang on. Okay, so how in the world you'll think that when you get a settlement and stuff like that, all that money that you done dished out to dang on people, you'll think that you have been paid off your dang on house and all that stuff like that for you and your dang on son, greater good. But you running around trying to create these false narratives and make people believe that this, that, and the third about your dang man. Get out of here. It just don't make no sense. I ain't never understood. I'm like, you done worked all your dang on life, and you still ain't paid off your dang on home. You still trying to make these excuses and sit up and lie about this, that, and the third. These people to help you through a whole lot. They didn't help you have a home, create a home for you and your dang on son. They didn't help y'all with a whole lot of stuff. Now, fun. I'm talking about not only did they buy a home for this woman, they bought a car for her. They was funding college funds for her son that he never got a chance to go to. They was funding a whole lot of stuff for this dang on person. For both of them. I'm talking about set they dang on life up to where they didn't have to beg, borrow, or anything else. And she was using the goddamn. I'm sorry for cursing. She was using other people that was in the family trying to get guilt trip people. How you guilt tripping people and stuff like that? Even got pulled my dang on. That's how you know that this lady did not like me. She was willing to go against me when it came to my kid's daddy. You want to go against me when it comes to my kids' daddy, and having them thinking that you for me, and you trying to do things for my greater good, and you trying to do this, that, and the third, but you had them over there trying to make it seem like trying to create these false narratives for them to hate me, for my own kids to hate me. But I wanted my children to see. I just wanted my kids to see just exactly how my dang on family was. I'm sorry, Lord, please forgive me for cursing. But I just wanted my kids to see. If you so-called saying that you're doing this, that, and the third, then why would you be collaborating with my, abuser when it comes to me, going against me at that? Anybody in the dang on family, she just felt like the kids didn't deserve to be with them and this, that, and the third. I worked all my life. Me too. I don't regret it either. Because it got me everything that I needed and deserved. Just like I said, these people kept jobs away from me because they had to make their story make sense. Oh, how we gonna convince the judge that she was incompetent and she got a whole dang on nurse job and she driving to the nurse job and she doing everything that she need to do while she at her job, and she's doing the written reports at the end of the day. So if she's so dang on incompetent, then how in the world is she doing written reports, being able to direct herself to the jobs and all this stuff like that? How she doing all that? We gotta claim that she incompetent, so we gotta get the job taken away from her because they see that she's working and that she's this, that, and the third. Then guess what? We gonna be seen as liars, right? You've been a liar. You're gonna continue to be a liar. And I'm going to keep on talking about it. Because it don't make no sense. Like y'all did all this stuff for what? Because this lady told me herself, I'm going to make sure that you don't have your kids ever again. She told me this in my face. I'm going to make sure that you don't have your kids ever again. And when your kids get older, that's when you can, that's when, you can have a, communication with your dang on children. Trick. Why are you trying to make my situation look like your situation? Because you could have took care of your dang on kids while you had your job, but you try to act like you were drowning yourself at work just because it was for your kids. Whatever. You created all that for yourself. I'm just saying. I was able to take care of my kids and work too. But y'all just wanted to make it hard and all that stuff like that, or make it seem like I couldn't do this, that, and the third. Why? Why y'all do me like that? Oh, you doing stuff and you taking stuff out of this, that, and the third. Like, are you serious? You making it seem like I can't take care of myself, so you can keep on dipping into stuff, taking out of it. But what you doing with it? This lady ain't never in my life ever called me and said happy birthday. Never did nothing for my birthday. She could have thrown me a backyard party or something. She could have did all that. But you dipping in something that belongs to me and trying to convince people that I can't you trying to convince people that I can't take care of myself. I can't take care of my kids. I can't take care of no money. I can't this, that, and the third. So you could be able to have control over everything. This lady literally told me that she done dished out everything to everything on by to my brother, my two sisters, and I'm the only somebody that she didn't dish out what belonged to me. She said, well, when you get what you gonna be so happy whenever you get it. We gonna go to casinos. We gonna do this and we gonna do that. Dang, did you do the same thing with my sister and my brother? I don't think so. But you worry about what is coming into me. If I look, I went and had nothing to say about anything this lady when told me this. She told me this herself out of her own dang on mouth. This is what this lady told me out of her own dang on mouth. So if you trying to say that somebody is dang on crazy, then you look at her. That's the crazy one. Talking about some I'm crazy. How I'm crazy and you sitting up there trying to take things and what belong to me. How I'm crazy. You trying to make things better for yourself. Because she is very selfish. Very selfish. Because how you ain't selfish? I sure want to know that. How you ain't selfish? Trying to see me in poverty. And everybody who worked with you to see me in poverty, forget them too. But this is family members that went against me. Family. And still trying to convince people that I don't deserve to have this, that, and the third. Man, release what belongs to me. And go on about y'all business. Release what belongs to me. Because I ain't ever had nothing bad to say about nobody. I ain't ever have no messed up feelings when it comes to people. I ain't never did anything that was wrong when it comes to these dang old people. But y'all ain't finna keep on coming for me in no dang old negative way. Because I didn't do anything to you. My kids didn't either. But still, y'all still pulled them in on stuff too. And it just didn't make no sense to me. Y'all are real evil and vindictive. Like, seriously. And it don't make no sense. Shit, they ain't gonna make me feel good because these people finally doing what they supposed to do. Yes, the system, yeah. But my family, no. I forgive you, but stay away from me. I don't want nothing to do with now one of y'all. Like, seriously. All that stuff that y'all did to me. And don't none of y'all feel bad about it. The only reason why you feel bad about it now is because you got caught. Stop trying to send in people who you think that I'll submit to or whatever just because of who they are. You still trying to keep tabs on me by sending in these lawyers and stuff like that to try to make something look like what it isn't. I ain't no fool. But you try to treat me like I'm a dang on fool though. It don't make no sense. Like, sit down somewhere. I already know all of this stuff that y'all got going on. It just don't make no sense though. But just like I said, these people do exactly who you was and how you really felt about them. They wouldn't even bind themselves to you no more. They wouldn't try to help. They wouldn't try to do anything when they have something to do with you if they really knew how you felt. Because you wrong. You wrong, woman. Just like I said, when she the one had to tell me. She the one had to tell me about the people over there, over the mountain and stuff like that, about them having jobs and stuff like that, them trying to find somebody to work with them and stuff like that. She the one had to tell me because I didn't know that Laura Mama was looking for, somebody to hire. This was years ago. And I'm like, well, what's the problem with me? I tried to get Dina to this, that, and the third. Okay, so you want everybody to have jobs. You want to do everything surrounding everybody else, but when it comes to me, it's a stop. For what? What's the problem with me? This woman she always had a problem with me since I was a little girl. Do you hear me? Since I was a little girl, she always had a freaking problem with me and then try to act like, I just don't understand about this, that, and the third. Man, shut up. Because what them tears really about? Not nothing. You still being manipulative and still being darkest. I'm the only somebody who graduated in my family. Who cares? Who cares? So you want to use that to do what? Just because you graduated and stuff like that. My son did too. Other people did too. Graduated in the family. You ain't the only somebody that ain't gonna graduate and made something good. I've been working me too. I've been working all my life to provide a good, stable life for my kids. And the whole time y'all against me when it comes to that. For what? What did I do to deserve me being blocked away from jobs and opportunities and stuff? What did I do to deserve that? Because I wanted to take care of my kids? Make it make sense. Like, I really want to know. What was your thought process when it came to this situation? I really want to know. Because I'm thinking that, I will be supported as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to when it comes to my kids. But just like I said, the only thing I can see these people trying to convict me of is having sex without marriage. In this day and age, everybody has sex before marriage. I'm just saying. I can't see not one thing that I did that was of wrong that would cause people to be so negative toward me. I'm telling you, I was losing dang on faith when it came to a lot of stuff, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I wanted to give up on God, like seriously. I wanted to turn away from the dang on Bible and the word and everything else, because I'm like, Lord, it's like you ain't even dang on hearing me. I've been good all my dang on life, and for what? It never got me nothing. Being a good mother to my dang on kids, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm working. I got more than dang on 2 jobs, more than 1 job, and I'm still getting hit with these dang on arrows. What is the problem? When is you gonna come through for me? This is the honest God truth. I was really about to just turn my dang on turn away from the Bible, like seriously, just turn away from God, like seriously. And I held on to the faith thing. I held on to it, and I was like, God, I know you're gonna do it for me one day. When is it gonna be? When is it gonna be my time? Like seriously, when is it gonna be my time? Because I always did what I was supposed to do as a mother, as a girlfriend, even though these people came in and played with my dang on life. Because I feel like these people were sending people in since since I started dating. I felt like people started sending people in. Even when I got sexually assaulted, I felt like these people did that stuff to me. All of this stuff. I just felt like they just orchestrated my life just to fail. They wanted that for me. Because people just didn't like me. Because how can you say that you didn't like me and you a part of this? Like, why would you want to be a part of something that's going against me? And the only thing I'm trying to do is help my kids get to a dang on better life than I ever had. What's the problem with that? You got all these people complaining about what happened to them in their childhood, and they want their kids to go through the same thing. No, stop that. That's karmic. Why would you want your kids to go through the same thing that you made it through? Like, make it make sense, because I don't understand that bull crap. You want your kids to go through the same thing that you made it through. And when I say that you made it through, for what? She had like with nobody good enough for her dang on son. Any relationship he had, she'll mess it up. He done had a baby and stuff like that, and I'm so glad. I just be pissed off at her because she be limiting her son too. She been doing that for years to him too, because he wanted to go off to college and she went to crying and stuff like that, talking about she ain't gonna have nobody there with her and stuff like that. And Sam is smart than a mug. Been smart for dang on years. But you don't want this man to go off to college? Why? What's the problem? Talking about you ain't gonna have the... I just don't understand. Like, what you mean you ain't gonna have nobody? You had a whole man and another dang on city ready to, be with you and stuff like that, and you still trying to hang on to your dang on son. For what? He ain't got no type of dang on life. He just stuck in a dang on room 24/7. Ain't got no outside life. This lady is crazy. She need a real mental health evaluation done. She needs some help. She been need some help. Talking about somebody else. This lady been need help. Because how come didn't nobody see that? How come didn't nobody try to help this woman? All the things that she talk about that's negative and stuff like that wasn't true. Always lying. How come y'all not seeing that she needed some help and try to get her the help that she needed and deserved? But this lady really needs some help. Like, seriously. You did a lot to your son. Your son could have went far, but you didn't want him to. Talking about you ain't gonna have nobody with you. Baby, according to the dang on life, you ain't never had nobody with you unless you want to lay down with somebody and get pregnant. I ain't have time for no family and this, that. No, that's what you didn't want. You didn't want to have time to have no dang on family. Because you drowned yourself in work and wanted to make excuses. That ain't got nothing to do with us at all. But you want to come after me. Somebody who wouldn't even sit up there and dang on embarrass the dang on family doing what I'm supposed to do when it comes to my kids and other people's kids that's in the dang on family. They're like, come on now. What have I ever did to any one of y'all? Moosey, cause she another one. What have I did to any one of y'all? It don't make no sense to me. Like y'all really need to grow up. Y'all got kids now. Your kids got kids. And y'all still on this messed up, oh Lord. Y'all still repeating the same dang on cycles. For what? Y'all ain't ever got you nowhere. Why is you repeating the same thing on cycle? That's why I say if I ever wanted to grow, evolve in any type of way, I have to get away from the city of Alabama, and it ain't because of the people in it, it's because of my family members and other people that decide to go against me. I never make it or be anything being in this thing on stage, especially with these people around me, these hateful people that's around me. You hateful. Cause how come you cannot say that you're not hateful? Look at all the stuff that you're doing to somebody that's supposed to be your dang on relative. Oh, that's your relative. I gotta keep this person small. I gotta keep this person in the sun. This, that, and the third. I don't want this person to flourish. I don't want this person to do this, that, and the third. Sit down somewhere, but you think that you can do it freely. People like that shouldn't be protected. When people want to come after other people for no reason at all, they shouldn't be protected. Like seriously, y'all want to protect these dang on criminals and help them continue to be a criminal towards somebody who ain't did nothing to them. For what? All because they're afraid of somebody's growth? Baby, go ahead on. Get out the way. Get out the way. Just move. Because y'all in the way. Like seriously. And it don't make no dang on sense where all these people that use their dang on jobs, their occupation, their family, and everything else to be a part of this bull crap. And for what? Oh, okay. Well, happy Sunday, y'all. I'm sorry to come and be the bearer of bad news sometime, but still, I just want people to know exactly what it is that I went through and why these people shouldn't be helping these people to stop and block me. Excuse me, because why would you want to? That's a person that have been terrible to me in my childhood. That person ain't ever did nothing good for nobody but friends and her friends' kids. That's it. Not her sister and her sister kids. She never did want to. Because she looked at everybody in the dang on family as somebody that wasn't good enough, Because, they didn't work on somebody that worked on somebody that decided to get an education, on somebody that did this, that. Don't nobody care. That don't mean stop and block nobody else, because you were stopping and blocking people and doing stuff to people behind the scene, and didn't nobody even know that you was the one that was a part of a whole lot of things, a whole lot of tower moments in their life. But if they can look back on their dang on life, they'll see the same thing that I see. That this lady been behind a whole lot of stuff that happened in a lot of people's lives. But it seemed like I'm the only somebody that went through something and the blockages and stuff in my mama. These people been targeting us for a long dang on time. Not only just me. And my sister decided to go against me. Like, how in the world are you going to decide to go against me? Like, are you serious? So this what our mama taught us to do, go against each other. Everybody know that you always was a dang on hater, and it just didn't make no dang on sense to hate. Because I never did hate my sister. I used to always just be there for her. Whenever she took a fall, I would always go and pick her behind up. I always been there for her. So I'm a competent person, but you get put out, and whenever you get put out, I go and get you. Bring you to where I am or whatever, so you can have a roof over your head because you got kids. I couldn't see my sisters or brother out in the cold as long as I had a roof over my head. But I'm so incompetent, I'm so dumb, stupid, and slow. I'm all of this stuff, and y'all decide to come against me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I deserve that, huh? These people created all of this stuff for me not to have my kids. Oh, I'm going to give your kids to your sister. I ain't going to give them to you. Oh, your kid's supposed to go to your auntie, this, that, and the third. Everybody but me. But I was to blame for a whole lot of stuff now. I was to blame for my mama getting sick. I was to blame for everything that these people got going on in their dang on lives. Still to this day. She the blame. She doing this to me. She doing that to me. Bitch, I don't do nothing to nobody. But pray for them. And I felt like they needed that. When I started taking my prayers off the table for these people, they started getting their stuff. Because it was people telling me not to pray for these people, but in the Bible it said pray for your enemies. I'm doing everything the Bible tells me to do, but y'all telling me to go against what the Bible telling me to do. Like how, like make that make sense. Like this is the whole Bible now, teaching me how to be a loving and healing person. But y'all telling me to go against what the Bible is telling me to do. Like make it, what you want me to do? Fight with them? Beat them up? Not heal from past mistakes? Shoot up houses? Burn down houses? What you want me to do? Because what I decided to do was the healthy way to me. I felt like me healing and doing what I'm supposed to do when it comes to me, my better health, was the best thing for me. You know, I'm still here. So, you know, I don't hang on to the dang on grudges with what these people have done. You're going to keep on playing in my dang on face and you're going to keep on doing this stuff for what? For what? Oh, we got to see what this, okay, this is the reason why I have to do this and stuff like that. And I have to keep on dipping into what belongs to this person because this person can't do this and this person can't do that. This person is in need. Well, I wouldn't be in need if you release what belongs to me. I can do whatever it is that I need to do for my dang on self. Stop holding stuff back from me. How about you do that? And stop sending people my dang on way to try to make it seem like something that it isn't. Like, stop. It don't make no sense. I'm so tired of these people trying to bind themselves to me. What do you want? If you done worked all your dang on life, then why in the hell do you need me? If you done worked all your life and you done did this and you done did that, why? I don't be understanding people. Why are you trying to guilt trip people in the first place? For what? I worked all my life and I did all this and it just seemed like I haven't this. Shut up. I be so tired. You want to tell to shut up so dang on bad. But see, I respect my elders. I respect my aunties, my uncles, all that stuff. Even though they don't like me, I don't care. I always been respectful toward these people in their face. All of that stuff. I always been respectful to these people. I never, lashed out at them. None of that stuff. Never put my hands on them, one of them. Never been disrespectful. I always say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. I don't care if I am old. I still say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am to these people. All of that stuff. And these people decided to come against me. Are we going to pull resources? Robbing. We're going to pull these resources and stuff like that to keep on snatching this person down. Keep on snatching this person down. Keep on coming against this person, this, that, and the third. Because I talked to my mama the other day and she was like, you got insurance? I'm like, these people got to be talking to my mom about me having insurance and me going through something and me this, that, and the third. Because if they wasn't a part of anything that was going on in my dang on life, then why my mama feel comfortable enough to talk about it? So I know who it is that's coming against a lot of things that's going on in my life, my family. Because they want to pull me down. They want me to continue to be down. Don't make no sense. But it's okay. I just had to come and talk about this situation. Like I said, everything that come to me or whatever, I'm going to continue to talk about it. I don't know who this person talking about, some John. The only John I know is my sister dang on baby daddy. Like, I know you ain't coming after nobody when it comes to nothing. Boy, sit down somewhere. Boy, sit down. Like, baby, I'm not your baby mama. Go over there to her. Because they talking about some dang on, that's the only person that I posted. I don't even know him like that. I don't know him like that. But I was there for his daughter. That's it. But all this other stuff, baby, sit down. Sit down somewhere. Because, baby, I'm not your baby mama. I'm connected to your daughter. I was, but everybody have been pushed back. Like, seriously. And I don't understand why these people want to, if they got anything to do with what's going on, which I know my sister do. But my niece, if she got anything to do, why? I was the only auntie there for you, ma'am. When she was younger and stuff like that, I did a whole lot of stuff. I did more for her than her own dang on mama. Do you hear me? I don't care because she provided you with a roof and all that stuff like that. When she got a certain age or whatever and she wanted to work, guess who helped her get her first job? Her auntie. Guess who took her to the Boutwell or Legion Field or whatever to for those job opportunities? Her auntie. Guess who was taking her back and forward to work whenever she had to go to work and whenever she had to get off of work? Her auntie. Her auntie did a lot for her. I don't like ungrateful people. Don't try to make it seem like I never did anything for you in your dang on life, because I had. And I used to tell my niece Mira and my niece Naya, whatever it is child did, y'all call me, y'all tell me. If they needed shoes, guess what? The auntie was buying them some shoes. If they needed clothes, guess what? The auntie was buying them some clothes. Oh, you saying that you need your you need help on your dental bill? Okay, get a dental bill to me and I'll be paying your thing on dental bill. She decided to pay her own dental bill with her work check. This is the honest God truth. Her Auntie Gloria, who gave the best gifts, because I used to work to be able to do that. I didn't want my nieces or nephews to have to struggle when it came to anything. So you know what I did? Me having a job helped them. Because I ain't want them to be worried about anything when it comes to their daddies and stuff like that, them not showing up like they supposed to. So guess what? Auntie did it. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Don't come after me, man. Even my little cousins, man. Even my little cousins. Honest God truth. Come on, Moosey. When you was hungry and your mama was telling you what? What your mama was telling you? Oh, that's something that you need to be calling your baby daddy because that's who got you pregnant. But guess what Gloria was doing? Moosey, you want anything? Because I'm out getting food and stuff like that. No, your mama being a asshole to you. So do you want anything from the restaurant that we at? Yeah, this, that, and the third, and I bring you something to eat. I ain't care about you having a baby daddy who was sorry, who y'all was talking about that was sorry and wouldn't do nothing for her. I was looking over all that stuff. I didn't care about none of that. The things that she used to say to this goddamn girl was pissing me off. It used to make me mad. I used to be like, listen, you sitting up there doing this to your own dang daughter. I understand you said that you don't like your mom and stuff like that. You disrespectful to your mom because of the things that happened to you, but you need to hear when it comes to your dang on mama too, but you don't teach your children to do the same thing because they're gonna do the same thing to their own dang on kids because of how you are towards them and how your mama. Why would y'all want to continue that trauma on to your kids and all this other? Why would you want to create that for yourself? Because she used to be hateful of her dang on children too, because they was beautiful. She got some beautiful girls too. But she was hateful toward her children or whatever. Felt like she was, her children were better than her and they could make it, She always try to limit them too. She got a bank account and they got in their dang on name. When she filed their taxes and stuff like that, she put it inside of those bank accounts. Sure do. This is what I seen her do. I was with her. She went and got bank accounts in these children dang on name. Took them too. When it got some bank accounts in those children's name, when she did their taxes and stuff like that, they thought that their taxes was gonna come to their card. It came to the card that she went and got the bank accounts in. But y'all want to call yourself against me, and y'all mammy was taking everything from you. Even when this girl used to work at the Pizza, I think it was Pizza Hut. When she used to work at Pizza Hut and stuff like that, and she'll get her check and all that stuff like that, she'll have to give it to her mama. Because her mama want to talk about bills and stuff like that, but y'all want to be against me. Babe, I try to help, not harm. Whatever it is in your career that you're trying to do, I'm going to help you get there. Not come against you, because I want you to win just as much as anybody else wants you to win. I want you to make it further than your mammy ever did. So don't come after me. Y'all so dang on ridiculous. When this girl used to call me, oh, she just cussed me out on Facebook and stuff like that, talk about her baby daddy. We talk about cash now. This who we talk about. That's who she had a baby by. And She said something about the baby mama or whatever on social media. They going back and forth. I'm like, why is you going back and forth on social media? If anything happened to that girl or whatever, you gonna be in trouble for it. Or if anything happened to you, she gonna be in trouble. Why is you going back and forth and worrying about what somebody posting on social media? That's what people be getting stuff met. Why? Okay, if you so much of not a drama queen or whatever, why is you going back and forth with people on dang on social media? And you want to send somebody over there to do something to this person and all this stuff like that. You want to do a whole lot of stuff because she was asking me, you do this and do that. Man, look, I don't do childish stuff like that. When you tell somebody to do this and you do that and you give somebody try to give somebody address and all that stuff like that for somebody to do something to a person and all that stuff like that, and you looking for some stuff to happen, baby, that's childish to me. First of all, you don't do stuff like that and create no paper trails and stuff like that of yourself. First of all, for the criminals, I'm just saying. You telling somebody about this, you telling somebody, everybody in your dang on count. If anybody do anything to that, guess who they're gonna be looking at? The people that's around you. All of that stuff. That girl would do so dang on much, it just didn't make no sense to me. Her and her dang on boyfriend or whatever. I ain't even recognize Moosey to be honest, because she was acting like she was a ride or die chick, but she was crying behind the dang on scenes about this dang on man. Do you hear me? She was crying and stuff like that to her dad and everybody dang on else to not like this person. So I don't know what they had going on, but I know they was in a coven some type. I don't know if she was in the coven too, but her boyfriend was in the coven and all that stuff like that. But she crying to her dad and stuff. That's the wrong person you want to got dang on cry to, her daddy. Because her daddy, he ain't all the way there. But still, that's just how it used to be. But I ain't gonna say too much, but it just was a lot. It just didn't make no sense to me. A whole lot of stuff didn't make no sense. She is another person that lies about every freaking thing. She lies about every freaking thing. Hear me when I say, Moosey lies about every freaking thing. So if this person is with you or whatever, he going back to his baby mother and they going back and forward and stuff like that toward each other, why is you arguing about another person that's supposed to be yours? Release that person and talk to somebody else who is worthy of you. If you're going to see that he keep on going back to his baby mother, then leave him alone. That's the only advice I have for this person. It just didn't make no sense though. Because you still sitting up here saying about what this person ain't doing and what this. And your grandma saying that he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that, which he wasn't. And they was buying the clothes and all this stuff like that. She was like, I love my baby dad and I want to move with him and stuff. Okay, so you move with him or whatever. If you feel like there's something that you need to do, go ahead. They trying to keep me now from moving in. Okay, so if you want to stay with that person, then you stay with him. You take your baby and you stay with him. That's the advice I gave her. And how about this person that turned around and told her auntie about some stuff and stuff? Like, oh, she said that you killed a victim and this, that, and the third, and all you had something to do with this, that. I'm talking about creating dang on child mode just because I gave you good advice. And now you want to tell the family about this, that, and the third and stuff like that, talking about some what I said and this, that, and the third like that, so people can look at me in a negative light. Girl, I do not care. But what you gonna do is sit down somewhere with your scary self. She's scary just like her mammy. I don't care. Just like I said, I was in all these people's life that was positive. I was a positive person in these people's life. Never wanted anything to happen to these people or anybody that was around them. But from what I was seeing is this boy was getting up and working. He was doing a whole lot of stuff that I felt like he should do. She didn't call this boy and ask him for no dang on food. If she did, I'm pretty sure he would have bought her something to dang on eat. I don't know. I don't know how their relationship was, but I know that he was there. They just was creating lies, basically. Because why he laying up with you and he can't do nothing for you? Y'all ain't doing nothing but lying. You and your mama always doing stuff to set people up and all this stuff like that. Y'all have been doing this stuff for dang on years to people. I don't know why even people want to even bind themselves to them. It just don't make no sense, man. They do stuff like this. Set up queens. Because that's exactly what they is, set up queens. And anything that don't go their dang on way, they trying to knock somebody down just because of, why is you jealous? Why is you envious? Why is you all this stuff when it comes to a dang on person? What's wrong with you? Why you can't build your life the way you need to build your dang on life without coming after other people and what they got going on? Why you can't do that? Like I said, these people was wrong for a lot of stuff that they have been doing. And ain't nobody set these people down because they feel like they right for what they doing. They try to make it seem like, well, guilt trip people, like it is, like it's whatever they got going on is the right thing. Girl, sit your behind down somewhere. Cause why? I'm saying this girl on social media and she taking care of her dang old kids. You need to worry about getting your child here. This when she was pregnant. Worry about you sitting up there stressing over social media, you're gonna be end up losing your dang old baby. Stop looking at this girl. This is why I used to tell her now, and people just be pissed off at me because I be telling the truth. Why is you worrying about what this girl posting, what she saying on social media, what she did, that, and the third? You sitting up there pregnant. I said people can cause you to have a miscarriage by you worried and stressed out and all that stuff like that. Worry about having your baby, getting your baby here and stuff like that. Stop worrying about what other people got going on. But just like I said, people just be intimidated by a whole lot of things because of what I say out my dang on mouth, but it's the right thing. Why is you worrying about it and looking at it? If it's gonna stress you out, why is you watching it? Why is you worried about it? Who in the world want to sit up there and be watching a person who they don't like or whatever, who is with their kids' father just for them to feel a certain type of way? Girl, stop. You being messy just like your mammy. I always want to know what somebody got going on so you can stop and block it. Sit down somewhere. Like, ew. But anyway, I just had to come on here and talk about certain things and certain people. All right. I pray that y'all have a blessed rest of y'all Sunday. See you later, guys. See you later.